So you're ready to start building, and you have an idea of what blocks you want to use. You make a nice, pretty sample of the blocks and feel super artsy and creative. Look at what I have assembled! I should post this to Reddit. No one has ever used this combination of blocks before. Then you begin building, and you're not sure what to do. You don't know where to start, and as you go, something seems off. But art, you say, my creative block color palette. There's no way this can't work. You're doing palettes wrong. You're planning your builds wrong. You're planning your world wrong. Today's theme, plan at scale. Man, I have got to build that chicken cooker. They're driving me crazy. Anywho, oh, hello world. Load in, in all your gloriousness. Yes, yes, yes. Cows, how are you? I need to relocate them too, but we have more important things to do today. Yes, yes. Color palettes in a new, oh crap, I gotta get some of this stuff organized better. Well, let's keep a stack of those. Let's get some terracotta. The terracotta is a little, I don't want to say no, it's not unnecessary. It's that it's flexible. The terracotta is flexible in our color paletting. But I have ideas that I want to play around with. And we just need to get a bunch of blocks with which to do this. So, the plan for today, you know what, let's get some, we can just do clay blocks, right? Excellent. Okay, we're gonna need more of those. How many is that gonna give me? Let's do another stack. The plan for today is to implement a new type of color paletting. Obviously, that's what I've been talking about. And it's something I have not done yet. So while the introduction Kyle just told you all about how you're doing it wrong, I don't know that this is right either. You know what I mean? We're just gonna stick with cobblestone, I think. That's all we're gonna stick with there. So let me get rid of some sticks. So I'm not gonna need those. Let's get some planks. Let's do oak, dark oak, and spruce. Actually, let's just do logs because we can make planks out of those as we go. That'll be easier to just carry around those. You know, let's do birch as well. And let's do acacia. We're not going to do dark. Let's save dark oak. You know, we can get an idea for what dark oak would be like based on spruce. Hello, nighttime. Go to sleep. But before we get into that, I wanted to show you. I have finished up this zombie farm. Oh, look, we even got one over here. He looks like he might be stuck up there. There you go. Boop. There you go. So we've got a nice little collection of zombie flesh. What I do is I go up here and AFK up at the top. They fall down to the bottom, and I have it set up to where if I want to just, you know, farm for items, which, you know, is basically 90% zombie flesh. I was hoping maybe the iron drops were a little bit better, but alas. But anyways, yeah, no, it works pretty well. All right, so this idea I'm going to present today is a bit of a hybrid of an idea I started utilizing on the Afterlife server. This idea of starting with shapes, starting with solid structures of like, and what I mean by solid, I mean like fill all of this in with the dark oak or whatever. Oh, thanks. And then from there saying, okay, now what is this going to become? How is this going to look? Let's shape it and mold it and sculpt it. And I don't know. No. Go away. I'm making a video. We're going to make a hybrid of that. We're going to mix that with the idea of a color palette, because usually with a color palette, you you do something like this, where you're just like, okay, we're gonna do this, and maybe have that be on top, and then for an accent color, do that. Like, let's say that's a color palette, right? That's what a lot of people would do. Maybe they'd use fence posts or trap doors or something. I even have an entire row of this on my Peaceful Harvest area. But I'm doing that there because there's so many different new trees. I want to be able to see what they all look like. Here, I have a basic idea of what things look like. And maybe we also do, a bit of that or something for, whatever. Don't necessarily like that, but this is usually what we do. And then we say, okay, let's start building. Let's start designing, right? Well, I want to switch that up a bit. I do want to find one more thing here to maybe do for, I want spruce. I think I want spruce. Probably will be stripped spruce. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. That's it. So now what we do is we apply this in general shapes to this. Now, we take a step back and look at our preschool-like creation. Again, all we're doing here are basic shapes to give us an idea of what we want from colors. Because on the ground, I really liked this combo, but right now I look at it and I realize, you know what? I want to try changing those oak planks to dark oak planks. And I want to try changing that cobblestone, which the cobblestone really represents cobblestone, smooth stone, brick, stone brick. It could be any of those things. I want to try changing it to tuft. I do really like and I know it's a recessed, the green planks are recessed. They could come out. I just wanted to give it some depth to it. But this is one of those things that, like, had I started building something, and I'm sure I could build something with this palette and make it work, but that's the point. I would have made it work without it speaking to me, without it working on the most basic level within the structure, the shape of the structure. So I'm gonna go change out those oaks to dark oaks, and we're gonna take another look at it. It's also worth noting that obviously I'm not wasting my time doing everything down below that we're not going to be able to see from a distance. I'm just going to do the area, that we can see, right? So it's all about finding ways to be efficient with your time. And then when you go to build, boy, is that going to help. And I'll tell you something else I'm going to do. I'm going to take more of the warped planks. Is that what they are? Yeah, warped planks. You'll have to forgive me. I'm terrible about remembering what they're called. Crimson makes sense. Crimson is red. They're crimson planks, right? I'm gonna take another set of these and do them out instead of in. Just to give us a different, because it visually makes it very different. They're very different colors. And since that's primarily what we're working with, I want to be able to see if those are our accent colors in the build. What can we get out of it when it's recessed, or what's the opposite of recessed? Hulking out. Yeah, see, now that's something I can get behind. I can see the different pieces of those colors coming together into something. So now the question is, how do we want to apply that to other buildings? Do we want this whole area to be like that? Do we want each one to be a little bit different? Because we can do that. So what I'm going to do next is we're going to take that next building there and flip two things. We're going to pick two things to flip. We're going to do stripped dark oak logs, and we're going to do spruce planks. how it's taking shape. And literally, as I was building this building, I started thinking about, okay, great. This gives me a good idea of the color palette. And then knowing the block palette, the color palette, it makes designing what the actual shape of the building is going to be. Because remember, we're just doing generic, let's call this preschool palettes, right? This is preschool really is, that's not even true. Let's call these beginner palettes. These are beginner palettes. These are the shapes of buildings that a skilled new Minecraft player would build. They're very basic. They're very blocky. The typical angled roofs, very basic. Now you could make something good out of these shapes, but as I was building this one, I started seeing like circular designs as a part of this and angles and things like that. And I realized, here's what I realized while I was doing this. Let's go into fly mode. Oh man, it's going to blend in so well with those colors. Like it blends in just enough to make it looks like it was built of the scenery. You know what I mean? Like there's dark oak in it, you know, the greens pull in. Oh, this is great. But what was I going to say? Oh, I just had this very liberating, free feeling of, oh my goodness, I don't have to worry about what blocks I'm going to create with anymore because it's there. And as I see things in a build and think about it, great, I'll use it. Ooh. Yeah, and I've always wanted to use tuff more, and I like it as kind of I don't know what you'd call it. Just a very foundation back end block, so to speak, if that makes sense. Like not one that stands out, one that allows other blocks to shine, if you will. And I love deep slate, and I've always wanted to use it as a roof. I like our roof at home is a very dark, deep slatey color. And so I think I want that to be a common thing among especially these buildings up here. But oh man, this is looking so cool. Okay, so you know what? I was planning on having this episode be let's color palette all of these, but I kind of want to finish workshopping this idea of, okay, what would be the next step after this? And then the next video, well, no. I want to save that for the next video. I am going to do that. Let's finish some of these. Let's play around with more color palettes for these, and each one being just a little bit more unique. It just hit me what this is. You know what this is? The alternate title for this episode? Lorem Ipsum. Do you know what Lorem Ipsum is? Lorem Ipsum is this, it's a set of, it's a set of gibberish words. It's a gibberish language that web designers use, and probably other designers needing to look at text in a document or on a web page or something or whatever. It's what they use to make sure that their website looks good regardless of what it says. Oh, I forgot to do the roof up there. This is the Lorem Ipsum stage of my building process that we're working on, that we're putting together. It's gibberish, it's nonsense, and yet it looks familiar. And that's kind of the thing. You know what, let's do some diorite on this one. What did we do over there on that one? I was wanting to kind of redo, oh, that's right, I did. All right, well, let's go up one more. So you use Lorem Ipsum to make sure that everything around your text looks good, right? And so, like, it's not dependent on what the text says. It's just does what around it. It's a proof of concept. It's a visual proof of concept. That's what we're working on. This is brilliant. This is These are good words. These are good words that I'm saying. I tell you. Clear this out. There we go. Perfect. 1, 2, 3. And then let's do this over here. 1, 2, 3. Up. 1, 2. That's fine. It doesn't go up much. Let's go and give it that as well. 2, 3. Should I do it a different way? That's fine. Okay, so let's just go ahead and go into fly mode. See what we've got so far. I'm not in love with that one, but it can be tweaked. I wanted to see it in conjunction with everything else because you need some to kind of stand out. That one I love. That one I could live with that. I can see that being a thing. I didn't do this one's not done completely as it should be, and it also needs, maybe it needs to be unstripped spruce. Do I have any of that on me? I do. We could, let's go change that out real quick. Do a quick little patch job on this one. Put this away so I don't accidentally use that. Let's go ahead and do these as well. Whoops, not that one. Just this one. Is that it? One more. Yeah, I always forget that the stripped spruce is significantly darker or lighter than the regular spruce, and that one's not even. This one I didn't stretch all the way to that side. Oh yeah, that completely fixed it. That completely fixed that one. Now, it could also be the stripped dark oak, which is being used there. It could be the stripped dark oak, but we want it to be different. So let's head down to Starter Island and see how that works. By the way, pro tip: when you're growing your nether trees, make sure you put a block next to it because the tree will likely turn this back into netherrack. So you'll need to bone meal this before you plant. Ooh. Oh. I like it. Okay, let's go a little bit higher. And yeah, I think it was Art that said in an earlier video that he likes that this is kind of slowly evolving into basically a Let's Build series, which I totally agree. It was kind of intended to do that, but not completely. And what I love about this too is I'm seeing varying degrees of each building. You know what I mean? Like I know there's more. I know there's something back there, but I can't quite see it from this height. I still can't. There's still something back there that I can't see, which is awesome. There it is. Now you can start to see it. It wasn't even where I thought it was going to be. It was a little bit to the left of where I thought it was going to be. Oh, that's cool. Okay, well, I think that's a safe place to end this episode because Lord knows I have no idea how long this is going to be. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope this is inspiring you and fixing some possible burnout, or maybe just preventing burnout for you. We'll see you guys next time. Adios. Goodbye.